Without self-belief, even the most capable person can feel powerless. You may have skills, intelligence, and a good heart, but if you doubt yourself, none of it truly shows. Confidence doesn't shout. It doesn't boast. True confidence is silent and steady. It's that calm inner voice that says, "I can try." Today's story is about a man who lived in fear of speaking, fear of mistakes, and fear of being judged until one moment began to change his life. Stay with us until the end. This story might help you discover strength within yourself too. Once upon a time, in a small rural town covered in dust and sunlight, lived a man named Raymond. Raymond was nearly 40 years old, gentle by nature and honest in his work, but extremely quiet. He worked at a modest grocery shop owned by his elder cousin. Every day, Raymond arrived early, swept the floor, arranged items on shelves, weighed grains, and packed goods carefully. He did everything asked of him, but rarely spoke unless spoken to. People in the town had opinions. He's too slow. He doesn't understand much. He's grown, but still behaves like a scared boy. Sometimes they laughed softly. Sometimes they spoke loudly. Raymond heard it all but said nothing. His cousin often grew impatient and scolded him. "Use your voice, Raymond. You're not invisible. Speak." But Raymond stayed silent. Not because he lacked words, but because he feared choosing the wrong ones. Years passed like this. Raymond remained the same, careful, nervous, unsure. Then, one afternoon, his cousin announced he would be away for a few days. "You'll manage the shop," he said sternly. "Don't ruin things." Raymond nodded, his heart racing. The very first day was difficult. A customer demanded oil, and Raymond measured it incorrectly. The man shouted. Another customer returned a broken item, and Raymond froze, unsure how to respond. By evening, rumors spread quickly through the town. "Raymond is running the shop? That won't end well." Before closing, a clever stranger tricked Raymond into handing over several bags of rice without payment. Raymond realized too late what had happened. When his cousin returned and saw the losses, his anger exploded. "I trusted you," he shouted. "You're useless just like everyone says." Those words cut deeper than any punishment. That night, Raymond left the shop quietly and sat near an old banyan tree on the edge of town. His thoughts were heavy. "Maybe I really am useless," he thought. "Maybe I'm not meant for more." A calm voice interrupted his silence. "Why are you sitting here with such a heavy heart?" It was Acharya Dev, an elderly teacher known for his wisdom. Raymond slowly shared his pain, his fear, his mistakes, his belief that he was simply not capable. Acharya Dev listened patiently, then said, "Confidence is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to act despite it." Raymond looked doubtful. The old man smiled gently. "If you wish to change, come to me tomorrow. I'll give you a small task." The next morning, Raymond arrived nervously. Acharya Dev said, "Go to the market. Speak to 5 people. Ask them what they sell, how they decide prices, and what they enjoy about their work." Raymond's hand shook, but he went. The first person ignored him. The second laughed. The third listened. A fruit seller smiled and spoke warmly. They talked for several minutes. By sunset, Raymond had spoken to 6 people. Something inside him felt lighter. The following day, Acharya Dev gave another task. Stand near the school and help children cross the road. say something kind to each one. Raymond obeyed. Be careful. Well done. Had a good day. Each small sentence gave him a little more strength. On the third day, Acharya said, now go to your cousin. Tell him you want to learn properly. Fear returned, but Raymond went anyway. Standing at the shop entrance, he spoke clearly. I made mistakes, but I want to improve. Please, teach me. Give me one more chance. There was silence. Then his cousin sighed and nodded. All right. Let's begin again. Weeks passed. Raymond learned how to speak firmly, how to handle money, how to say no without fear. Customers noticed the change. Is this the same Raymond? They whispered. One day, a customer smiled and asked, do you own this shop? Raymond smiled back. Not yet, he said calmly, but one day, maybe. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is built slowly, quietly, through effort and courage. Every attempt matters. Every small step counts. Like Raymond, you don't need to be perfect. You only need to believe. I can learn. I can try. I can grow. That is the real strength within us all.